In the Grand Porsche tradition, the 2018 Porsche 911 GT3 is iterative rather than revolutionary, but that doesn't mean the engineers were content with simply upping the power and adding a bigger wing. They did both, by the way, but much more than that. Sure, the engine displaces 4.0 liters and makes 500 horsepower, just like the GT3 RS. But understanding exactly where and how the 2018 GT3's engine has been re-engineered is crucial to understanding this car in its entirety. That's why we're taking a moment to delve into the nifty tidbits and oily underbelly of this car. First drive impressions are coming, but this is a treat for the true believers. Some background on this engine. It's related to the 3.8 and 4.0-liter engines used in the previous 911 GT3, the 911R, and the 911 GT3 RS. But it differs in some important ways from the units used in those cars. For one, the engine compression has been increased to 13.3 to 1, compared to 12.9 to 1 in the other three. Porsche spent a lot of time identifying and combating friction in the internals as well as the ancillary components, basically scavenging otherwise lost power without needing to punch out the engine even larger. Remember, the old GT3's 3.8-liter displacement represented the most Porsche could expend the bore, so the step up to 4.0 liters required stroking. Once at that displacement, there are no easy ways to suss out extra power from this mill, so Porsche did what it does best, optimizing everything possible without sending costs out of control. For example, using a steel muffler instead of the GT3 RS's titanium unit. The result is a gain of 25 horsepower and about 15 pounds-feet of torque compared to the previous GT3, and matching the GT3 RS, although the power curve is different. More on that later. In between laps at a little circuit in Spain, I noticed Andreas Reuninger, the guy in charge of the entire GT program, standing over by a static engine display alongside the track and got him going on what makes the engine tick. We started with the solid lifters, which replaced the hydraulic ones in the last GT3. The change allows Porsche to use softer valve springs, which reduce friction, and therefore horsepower loss, in the valve train. I'm told the lifters don't need adjustment over the engine's lifetime, and that the system is derived from Porsche's racing experience. After all, the 911 RSR uses the same rigid valve drive concept, to use Porsche's lingo. Reuninger looks like he's geeking out about this, which is undoubtedly true.